that this world is belong to me, and I'm the ruler of it, and that the man is to act as God only when he comes out of the vesture of the man, body of the man. As long as the soul of the man lives in this body, it will remain the same level as that of animals, and it will be only carrying on with the life of the animals, nothing better than that. And this intention was also made clear to God, that as you have proposed that you are to rule in this world, not directly but indirectly, that I have understood, but it will not be possible for you to achieve the subject, to achieve the object, and that I will not let the man to become man. I will let him go on as an animal, and he will suffer as an animal. Rather, he will go down than even the animals. The animals are not to go to the hells. They are having no karmas, no judgment there. But man will be given the doership as you have given him, and with this doership he will work under my control. He will not listen to you. He will not understand you. He will be given such a mind, such an intellect, that it will be only subject to my instructions, my guidelines. What I say, it will only be understandable to him. And what you say, that he will never understand, he will never be able to lead his life according to that. And in this way, I will be as successful as before. Then God told, okay, my dear, I don't interfere in your authority which I had given to you, but I will come myself. And that if there is nobody here in this world to make the man understand the underlying authority which I had assigned to him, then I will tell him, and I will make him connect to that authority, and that he will begin to act as soul, as it will be, that he will come out of the body, and that I will make him sit over the third eye center, where you cannot have any control, and my authority is there, and that I will be able to get all that work done as I have designed the man to go along, and that your efforts, I don't feel that you will be able to succeed. But the native power was still untouched, and told, okay, you go on with your arrangements, and I will go on with my arrangements. And the time will tell who is successful, who will be successful. You are successful, or I am successful. You cannot compel the man forcibly by showing any kind of special supernatural powers or special control. But a man is to be told what is good, what is bad, and if you begin to understand and ask you to connect to that, then only you can connect. Otherwise, with any your godly authority, you cannot compel the man to accept your instructions. This was as already agreed upon, and that you will have to go along with that, as this word was, with the two words given to me, and these are my regions where I have to go along, and you are not directly interfere in it. Then God told us, okay, I will keep my words, but I will use my authority as best as possible. So the time was there, and that the man's understanding was much better, and that the effect of the control net power was not so great, and the people were understanding God, and they were lifted up. But as the time went on passing, the influence of the net power went on getting stronger and stronger, and this age, which is called Kali Yuga or Iron Age, this is some kind of a circle of time that, like other circles, there are daily circles, day and night, morning and evening, noon and midnight. At midnight, the darkness is at the top, and the day, noon, the sun is at the top with its light and heat. Both are totally opposite. They show their powers differently. In the same way, the world is also undergoing this kind of circle of happenings, and that those people who were to be born in this Yuga, Kali Yuga, then God was thinking that how they will be saved, and Natapa was very happy that they will have nothing to find anything from God, because I will be really taking over everything. Then God told, okay, you go on with your work. I will be so lenient, I will be so much having a fear to my man that I will go on blessing them. The things which the man has to achieve in thousands of the years, as the life in Satyuga was 100,000 years, and that people had sufficient time to meditate, to cleanse themselves, and then they were going up. And that still there were not all people, even in thousands of years of meditations and other disciplines, they could not reach God. In this Yuga, people may have small life spans, maybe of even not 100 years, that can be even up to 70, 80 years or 90 years, and that some will be lost in the childhood, some will be lost in just settling in the world, and then old age will be coming, and that man will not be able to work for God and for the upliftment of the soul. And that was totally in favor of the nature power. Then God made this facility that He will really bless the man directly, and that what achievement the man could achieve after thousands of years will be achieved by the man on the first contact, and they will be connected with the holy sound, with myself and my light, which will be embedded in him permanently, and that man will not suffer in way more than any other yugas. In Satyuga, golden age, no doubt, the man is very much open to travel my way to reach me. And in the Kali Yuga, it is very hard, very hard. But my leniency, my blessings, there is such plenty that people who were born in Satyuga may not find such achievement or such upliftment in the life of the soul as they will find lifted up in this Yuga. but they will have to listen to me, believe in me, and I will be working among them in the form of master, and all will be taken up. No one will be left behind. So whatever you got may be, but my blessings are there, irrespective of any negative power or hardness of yugas. The man is never to suffer, because I am to make the man enjoy. And if I cannot arrange the enjoyment, then who will be able to enjoy it? Word such equation means that they can enjoy. So you are there only to make the people suffer, and this is your duty. You go on with your work, but I will take my chance and will bless all the people, and that they will be all saved. Then again, that power was little hard in its own self, that I will see what happens practically. Have all the blessings which you are showering upon the man, if he will be able to get, he will be able to go to that. I will show such like attraction to this world, gold and silver, and will keep the man's mind engaged in all physical tastes and some kind of pleasures, and pump and show glory and beauty, that man will remain mad always in all these things. And what you have given him, he actually is already with him. And such a wonderful, such a nice, although it is, but he will not be able to understand it. Even if you show him as a working as a master, but you may show them, but they will not believe you, because I had poisoned their minds and thoughts in such a way that you will be failing to make them understand. And God wrote, okay, I am to try, but it is now for the man that this era, which is the Iron Age, is the best for the man. That only little thing he practicing turn towards me, I will receive him thousands miles to receive him. Otherwise, in other yugas, the man was to travel all this path by himself. So such a great leniency and the attitude of my working for the man in leniency is highest and best. And with little efforts, the man will achieve very nicely, wonderfully, everything. And that this time which they are having in this yoga, Kali Yuga, they will be really blessed. So it is my blessing which will bless him. He may be totally weak and not to face your negativity, but I will be there to help him. So you can understand that negative power is always negative power, and it has no doubt in this yuga brought every way to God, and that no one is to find any inclination towards God. But still, there are some people who are given attention by the Master, and the Master also sows seeds in all those souls to whom he happened to look at, maybe in the markets, maybe in some theaters, maybe in some roads, etc. Because he has also got such a big power of attraction that whenever he looks to anyone, He at once sows the seed of spirituality and awaken the soul and makes it related to him and never leaves and will always be pulling that man, the soul, upward, and the cleaning action will start from there. And the tend of the soul of the man may be very, very dangerous in a lifestyle, maybe dacoit, maybe robber, maybe any kind of sinner. But after having a little sight of the master, everything is changed. And all that web which has been woven by net power around the man since millions of years is broken, and the God power penetrates into, and it is the soul of the man, and every man is saved. So this is the sympathy and love which the Father God has for us, and that we have to believe it, and where there is hope, there we should go. All this what is shown to us by the nature power, and our mind is attracted by all these things, that is totally negative. Nobody is to believe it. Although we cannot live without these, but we have to still keep in contact with the God power and go on living in this world also, in the families, in the worldly lifestyle. But sometimes also always to be devoted to meditations and always keep the highest belief in ourselves as in God. And that person will be saved and will find the final salvation. So there's no hopelessness that in this yoga it is very hard to lead the peaceful life. Although in this world it is hard, because all the elements which are there from negative power are not really in any way having any source of peace or goodness in it. But after leaving this physical body, we manage to enjoy forever, for eternity, if one keeps the connection of the Master and goes on believing in Him, goes on practicing some time over there, and is physically, financially devoting his lifestyle towards God also through the Master, although he has to go on also with the worldly jobs. But at least God has told that 90% of the time, 90% of your other physical businesses may be for your own self, which is relating to the nature power, but at least 10% should be devoted to me, and that will develop the link to me, and through that 10% of the time or 10% of the other belongings, I will be able to clean out that other 90% which you had uncleaned yourself and had gone into the clutches of mind and matter to suffer the negativity and suffer health, and that I will be able to save you. So this leniency which is there in this age, that is the special consideration that we have to keep in our hearts, and this is the only hope. Otherwise man cannot boast of any actions, any goodness, that he has such virtues in him. It is only by mercy and grace we are saved. We cannot boast of any of our actions. So this is a law in this world. Don't be boasting of that I am doing such like seva, such like meditation, such like things, etc. It's all by grace of the Master Power and God Power that we are able to do. If it is not pulling us, we will not be able to go up. We will remain in the deepest depths of the culture of mind and matter, and we cannot feel ourselves lifted up ever with any kind of performances, maybe tapas or some other things. If we do with our own ego, all will be going to waste and also will collect some negativity instead of finding something good. All our efforts will be totally collecting for us tragic situation that we are to surrender our everything to God Power, to Master Power, and that He is the doer. If I have done something good, it is only by His grace. If I am to meditate, it is only by His grace. If I have to do some seva, it is only by His grace that He is there to control me at any moment, and He will save me all the moments. I cannot do anything by myself. This attitude, when we are able to develop, that will really go a long way to help us. But mostly the people of this world, they begin to act in ego. Anything they do, they feel like that I am better than that person. I am doing much more good things than the other person, and I will find this, I will find that. That person who says I, or says I can do something, that is really in something very hard, and that person can never be benefited. It's only that when we lose all our ego, all our doership, and surrenders 100% to Him, there is no hope. So this surrenderance to Master Power and God Power, it will be learned by us. But that is through soul meditations. The sound meditation is the best way how to control this ego, and that it will clean your ego. In scriptures it has been written that the man has been given the worst kind of ailment, that ego. Ego is the worst kind of enemy which is to destroy us. And man has also the remedy for it, that one should come in contact with the sound, Shabad, and all his ego will be automatically gone. That the man can control every evil which is there from the negative power with the help of this sound. And sound is the end all and be all of our lifestyle. And it will be starting from here, from time of initiation, or even when some child is being blessed by a master or a saint, till the end of the life, the sound is there to help that man. So one who is again connected to sound is saved. Who is disconnected to it, that will fall down. So this is our really should be destination, that I should have sound always 24 hours. It is 24 hours going on. There is no time when sound is not there. If sound is not there, man will also die. And there is no life, because this is life in all of us. And that goes on automatically. What we are to clean our mind, it is not hindrance to catch the sound, but it is attracted by the sound and catching the sound, and has more attraction towards the sound than it is attracted towards the worldly objects. This is the main thing. The man has the mind which has very much attraction towards the worldly objects. And the more he is attracted to the worldly objects, worldly glory, beauty, name, fame, or beauty or other things, the more he is detached from the real lifestyle which is enjoyable. And that he is given only some kind of deception that these material things you can enjoy. What is there in this sound? Is nothing but everything which is in the world that is also available through sound, and everything which is with God will also be available to us through sound. So if we lose everything of this world and only have the sound with us, that will be sufficient. And to live here and to live for eternity in highest kind of peace, sweetness, and goodness and enjoyment. But this sound which is already going on automatically 24 hours in us, that is to be attended to. And this will come up with a regular practice upon the mind. Mind will run away from it. Mind will never accept it to be connected to this sound. But we have to again and again bring the mind back to the sound. And after some time, sound will be able to control the mind, clean the mind, and attract it. This sweetness and peace which is there in the sound will impress upon the mind, and mind will not be able to reject it. He will have to accept it. And then he will be able to enjoy the sweetness and all blessings of the sound. And that is the real way of life which we have to find, and we'll enjoy it. So this way of life has been given to every man, and that we are only to awaken it to our awakening of our soul. That is only possible through a competent master. As no child could be born without the mother or the father, in similar way, our soul life cannot be started without the help of master. Master is the real life in us. And if we are to live a wonderful life, a life enjoyable, peaceful, and worth living, that only with the master. With the connection of the materialism, you only lose everything, you only go on having a deception that whatever you find in this world, that will be lost, and in the end, we are totally lost. We have nothing with us, and we are to suffer high and very hard crutches of mind and matter, and then we lose the game of the life. So don't lose the game of life. We are winners with the sound. We are winners with the sound, and sound is directly coming from God, and this is directly the power of master in it, and that all other powers which are there working in the creation of God are inferior to it, subordinate to it. This is topmost, having the highest power, highest blessings in it, and is also available to us in plenty. But we are to understand its importance and try to work upon it, and try to, that you will find that, try to keep Simran, sound will become up. Little attention towards God in some way will take you towards the sound, and when sound is available, develop it gradually inside yourself. And when you have developed the sound, then you are 100% perfect in this life and forever. Then there is never any time in our existence that we can suffer any kind of problem, worry, suffering, or a shortage of anything. We will enjoy for eternity. So this is really wonderful way of life which we have to know and we can enjoy. ठीक है बेटे? Some people have understood, others would have also found some vibrations, but try to tell each other. This is the same I am telling to you in your Hindi satsang or Punjabi satsangs also. But it is only little for different kinds of people having different understandings of different languages that I have to speak in different languages. Our theme is the same. Find any languages you may understand, that is sufficient. Okay?